One of the most challenging things about doing London Electricity live was the whole idea of how to play sample-based music on stage and make it sound exciting.
Previously, in the past, when people tend to play computer-generated music and tend to take it live, there tends to always be some sort of playback.
Like, I think the whole playback thing, I think people make drum and bass into a massive big deal that it isn't. I mean, it's just music that you play. Just the fact that it's made on computer doesn't mean that it's difficult to replicate, because you just learn it like any other form of music.
If you're playing live with no click and no backing track, then things change and you can push things.
It really was about making a live band in the sense of being ultimately rhythmically tempo live, and also the ability to be structurally live as well.
It's really important for a live band to be able to speed up and slow down when they need to, because when a crowd are going crazy to your music, you instinctively want to play faster.
I think the majority of the time, sometimes the set with London Electricity can be anything from like 170 BPM at the slow point to like 190 plus, maybe more sometimes, when it's really fast and there's a lot of adrenaline.
Some drum and bass drummers, George, right, they'll play like an amen, like, that still sounds alright. When you're playing like everything, it fucking takes it out of you, man.
Musicians have to play with the sample, and really what's happening here is we're playing with the musicians, and the musicians feed off how we play. So it's a live dynamic in that sense.
Now I'm really praying that I haven't crashed my sampler. We've got like 2 hours worth of music now, and there's about 1,300 samples, all in this Akai, which is a really old piece of equipment. It's almost 7 or 8 years old. This is not good. Sampler's crashed.
Really?
Yeah.
You saved everything.
Now there's a 16 bar big sample, which is from a prog rock album by Arthur Brown and Vincent Crane. It's 16 bars, it's like horns. It goes da 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 ba da ba ba, and it's got all these bits and a wicked bit at the end. It goes da 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 da, and it's like the tune's built around that. To do that live, we had to cut that up into loads and loads and loads of slices.
So this is a piece of software we use quite frequently in the chopping up of samples in order to place them onto the MIDI keyboard and onto the pads that I play, so that we can chop them into individual hits or splices, as we call them, so that when we play them back, that we can play back at variable tempos with the band. But this has been a very popular piece of software to be able to chop up individual cuts very quickly. So you can see I'm just like, I can then place these all over the keyboard.
I then have to play those slices in time with the jungle drummer, and it comes out something like this. That's the first 4 slices. Got that on the first note. And then it goes. So it goes. Well, that way we can all stay in time. And it's the end bit, which is wicked, it goes. So you do your build up. drop in.
One of the other things that's good about the pads is they're quite visual. People in the audience can immediately see that that sound is related to that, you know, musician playing it, and it just really helps people to connect with what's going on. So I have samples on these pads, and that's all come from a loop, and I can then recreate that loop by simply playing them.
It's not about playing one beat or having things playing that you play over the top of as some like insurance policy. You've got to play the instrument heavy. You've got to smash the shit out of it if you have to. Smash the shit out of the drums, play the bass as hard as you fucking can, but that's what makes drum and bass.